back to the remaining lesson. Now, and Amelia and Henry's letter. Both of them went upstairs. Oh, come on, Henry, lift your hand. And they have carried the old chest of drawers to upstairs and the bureau down. So it was replaced. The old chest of drawers was replaced with the bureau, and the bureau place was replaced with the old chest of drawers. So everything is right. And meanwhile, there was a knock on the door. The knock was repeated again. So everything was set. See, this, she set everything, and Henry wore the coat again, and she set the ornaments and everything like this again. And Victoria opened the door, and they both came. Who came now? Elizabeth and Elizabeth Jordan and Ben Jordan. These two came. Elizabeth Jordan. She was also a fat, complacent woman. Complacent woman means who is satisfied with herself and with an irritating air of being always right. She feels that she is always right. And when it comes to Ben, he is a jolly little man. But at this time, this is a regrettable occasion. So that this time, he just adjust to this situation. He was really standing school life. They both get it. Victoria ushers means welcomed them. They came inside. Both they were also in new fit of black morning dress. They both Amelia and her sister hugged each other, and men shook hands, shake hands with each other, just like a well-wishing, asking for well-wishing. And they both sit, and Amelia started sniffing. Well, he has gone at last. He has a sniffing. It's like this. When we are crying, the sounds come. Sniffing. That is sniffing. So when she started sniffing, and said, "Okay, Amelia, he has gone at last." When she was sniffing, and Ben also was telling, "Don't worry, Amelia. We are all has to go one day or the other. That is common for us. So let's see what happened on that day." And he was merry. That means happy that father was merry this morning. He was happily went out to pray his premium also. And then he went to his sleep. He has said that had a little bit of headache. And just he went and took rest in his sleep. I just after finishing my work, I went upstairs to give him a cup of tea and just kept on the, where did she want to say? On the bureau. And the last minute she has changed the word to bureau, word to chest of drawers. And the chest of drawers. And when I tried to wake him up, he was seemed to be cold. There was no more, and she started crying again. Okay, Amelia, let's see what to do. And both women cried for once. And next, let us see what to do. First of all, let us give some announcement in the paper. We have to give the death announcement in the paper. And next, let us take the dividing things up. Okay, Amelia asked her that, do you prefer to take tea first or want to go upstairs and see? And Elizabeth asked Ben, what do you want? Do you want to take tea first or do you want to, let's go to upstairs? Ben said, okay, I have no problem. If the kettle is ready, I am ready to take the tea. Okay, they are ready to take the tea first. They prefer the tea first before going up to a dead man. So they sat together and started having, and the kettle is being ready on the stove. So they sat together and talking to each other about all these things. And the next thing they wanted to do after the announcement in the paper is they want to make a list of the things and want to take the division of the things. So, and Henry said, there is nothing sort of such kind of costly items or ornaments in this house. Oh, why do you say so? There are so much of furniture here, they were saying. And furniture, but there is not so much. He promised his gold was to our Jimmy, they said. But he already promised to give his gold was to his Jimmy, his their son. Promised? When did he promise? when he was living with us. ఎప్పుడు when Abel Merriweather was living with Elizabeth. He used to stay some years with Amelia and some years with Elizabeth. So when he used to stay with Elizabeth, he promised them to give his gold watch to their son. So they were saying the same. I don't know all these things they said. And next they discussed about the insurance premium. And Amelia said that yes, morning he went out and I thought he paid the premium. And Victoria, she started saying that, and mother, why do you think so that the grandfather paid the premium? I did not think so that he paid the premium. Before that, when they thought that he paid the premium, everyone praised him that because he was very responsible person. He don't want to pay anyone to his premium. Now, when everyone came to know that he did not pay the premium, because Victoria said that he did not go to pay the premium. He just went to meet his friend, Mr. Tattersall, down to the St. Philip's Church. That's it. He did not go and he did not pay the premium. So they really, he just really wanted to do is, wanted to annoy us because he made us angry. So make us angry, that's it. He really wantedly do it. The drunken old beggar, he said. The Ben Jordan said that the drunken old beggar to his father-in-law. So if the situation was going on. And okay, let us see first. Why do discuss in such a way? If he pays the premium, there will be the receipt. So let us search for the receipt. The receipt will be in this bureau. In this one. So where is the keys then? It was already locked. So who does the bureau belong to? The bureau belongs to father. But they brought the bureau down. They fetched the bureau down, but they did not bring the keys down. So they have to manage here that it is really theirs, and they really forgot the keys. They kept the keys upstairs. So Amelia started calling Victoria, go upstairs and bring the keys. Amelia, who is just a girl, Victoria, who is just a girl of 10 years, was really scared to go to her grandfather's room because grandfather was dead. So she was really afraid to go to the dead man's room and bring the keys. She was really afraid. But Amelia shouted at her and you must go, Victoria. There will be nothing will be happening. So you can go and bring. So Victoria went slowly, really with the fear only she moved. And meanwhile, Elizabeth was asking about this bureau. So Amelia, where is this? Last time when I came here, I did not see this. It was so nice bureau. And Amelia answered her, yes, Henry brought it recently. And when Elizabeth was asking about the bureau, and she was lying that her husband only brought it. He did not say that it belongs to her father. She said that the bureau was brought by her husband. Yes, Elizabeth, Henry brought it one day. So that's why it is here. And Victoria, who went upstairs, came out running and closed the door after her. When she came out of the room, she closed the door after her. There onwards she was shouting, Mother, what happened? What happened, Victoria? What happened? Grandpa is getting up. Grandpa is getting up. She was telling, what? Are you crazy? How can he get up? So, but when they were looking in the same way, they were looking at the upstairs, everyone, there was a sound. And the door was opened. The 72 years older, who is that? Abel Merriweather, who is really 72 years old and a fortnight. Fortnight means 15 days. In Telugu we say Paksham. So that fortnight means 15 days. How old is he? 72 years and fortnight. So that man seems to be very strong. His malicious eyes, harmful eyes are very sharp. So he wore a night dress and came and then he was walking down on the stairs. And everyone was really shocked to see him because they were thinking, is it Adil Merriweather or his ghost? In such a way they were seeing. The story is not really completed. This is only Dear Departed Part 1. And the next lesson and the next remaining story will be continued in the next lesson. Dear Departed Part 2. Thank you.